If you like the content, I humbly ask you to like and subscribe to our channel. We are just starting out and we ask for your help to continue our journey. Together we are stronger. Thank you very much. Difficult people. 9 Stoic tips on dealing with such people. Have you ever felt surrounded by someone who always seems to be against you, criticizing everything you do just to make you feel bad? It's like that story of the firefly being chased by the snake that wants to devour it. Imagine the firefly desperately flying, trying to escape, but realizing that its options are few, about to be caught. That's when the firefly suggests to the snake that she ask him 3 questions. The snake, thinking she's in control, agrees. The firefly asks if he's part of the snake's normal diet, and she answers no. Then he asks if he's ever harmed the snake, and again the answer is no. Lastly, he wants to know why the snake wants to catch him. The answer says it all: because I can't stand to see you shine. No matter what you do in life, how cool you are, or how careful you are not to hurt others, there will always be people who don't like you. Everyone has encountered people like this, at work, in college, with friends, or even in the family. Adopting the practical philosophy of Stoicism can be a smart and wise way to deal with these people without fighting. Stoicism teaches to focus energy on what we can control and accept what we cannot. It's not about being passive or holding grudges, but rather maintaining a firm posture, controlling emotions, and acting wisely. By learning to position yourself in life, you avoid being trampled by those who don't like you. A warm hug to you, and welcome to explore the ancient teachings that give us a more balanced and wise life. If you're watching this video, it's because someone subscribed to our channel, liked and commented. Do the same and help share this wisdom with more people. Now let's see how Stoicism can help you overcome challenges without fighting. Let's go. First tip: strategically ignore. Nothing is as irritating as being ignored, but sometimes it's the best strategy. When possible, start strategically ignoring those who are against you. It's simple, but it requires self-control as you decide not to pay attention to provocations, jokes, or even the person's presence. Notice that some people feel powerful when they cause conflicts. By ignoring them, you cut that power, showing that they don't have control over your emotions or decisions. This makes attempts to affect you useless. Commit to your moral development and avoid conflicts. By ignoring, your mind is free to focus on what matters. You create space to work on your goals and focus on what you can control. Instead of spending energy on negative distractions or planning revenge, use that time on what's important to you. The strength of those who provoke you is linked to the importance you give them, and only you can decide how much that matters. You can choose not to be affected, and instead of reacting, choose wisdom and not participate. This also protects you from resentments and anger, allowing you to cultivate resilience and self-awareness. It doesn't mean pretending there are no conflicts, but rather not getting involved in unpleasant situations. By choosing this path, you take control of your happiness and inner peace. Second tip: win with intelligence. Our second tip for solving problems without conflict is to be smarter. Use your reasoning and creativity to understand and solve problems without fighting. By doing so, you use wisdom to avoid problems before they start. Mahatma Gandhi is an example of this. Under his leadership, Indians protested peacefully for independence without using violence. These actions drew worldwide attention and pressured the British to leave India. Gandhi showed that it's possible to achieve political and social goals without violence. Likewise, we can act intelligently in our conflicts, avoiding unnecessary risks. Understanding the full context of a situation is acting with intelligence. If Gandhi had chosen violence, it would have resulted in loss of lives. He used intelligence to win. Similarly, you can use intelligence instead of physical force. Winning with intelligence is understanding what motivates people and anticipating the consequences of your actions. Thus, you show yourself as a true leader. Third tip, turn opponents into mentors. An important idea of Stoicism is to see adversity as an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing your opponents as enemies, see them as teachers in life. They test your limits, show your weaknesses, and point out where you need to improve. Instead of reacting with anger, use these challenges to grow in patience, tolerance, and serenity. Thus, the obstacle becomes the path. Fourth tip, recognize that your adversary is not the cause of your suffering. The true reason for your suffering is not your opponents, but how you interpret and face situations. It's not the actions of others that make you angry or hurt, but rather your interpretation and response. They show where your interpretations are wrong or your reactions unnecessary. Fifth tip, choose forgiveness. Forgiveness is an act of greatness. It means exchanging resentments and desires for revenge for inner peace. Forgiveness doesn't absolve the action, but it frees you from resentment. Remember that forgiveness benefits the forgiver more than the forgiven. Sixth tip, respond with kindness. Confront hostility with kindness. This disarms your opponent and transforms the situation. When you respond to negativity with kindness, you disarm and pacify the environment. This approach may even surprise those expecting an adverse reaction, destabilizing their negative intentions. Kindness is not a sign of weakness, but rather of inner strength and compassion. Seventh tip, confront the problem. Don't accept being belittled. Confront the situation directly without starting a fight, but showing firmness in your position. If you yield once, people may continue to exploit that weakness. So, be firm. Show that you won't be subdued by hostile or disrespectful behaviors. By dealing with the problem head-on, you establish clear boundaries and defend your dignity. Eighth tip, focus on self-improvement. Instead of seeking external recognition, find value within yourself. Don't worry about the opinions of others, especially those who don't like you. You have the power to choose your reactions and make decisions aligned with your values. By following these teachings, you embark on a journey of self-discovery and continuous growth. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of others' opinions. Ninth tip, choose not to be harmed. Ultimately, the control of your emotions is in your hands. It's difficult to live with someone who wants to harm you, but remember that these people can't stand to see you shine. What matters isn't what others do, but rather how you choose to react. As Marcus Aurelius says in Meditations, choose not to be harmed and you won't be harmed. By choosing not to let others' negative actions affect your inner peace, you regain control over your own happiness and emotional well-being. With these strategies, inspired by the principles of Stoicism, you can face the challenges of dealing with people who don't like you in a wiser and calmer way. By focusing on what's under your control and cultivating virtues like patience, tolerance, and compassion, you not only overcome these obstacles, but also grow as an individual. Thank you so much for watching our video. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in and hope you found the content valuable. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insights and tips on living a fulfilling life. Your support means the world to us.